Good evening, friends. So, myself, K. Prakash Babu, trainer in the Durga Soft. So, having 12 years of experience in Java. And welcome to okay our free workshop on Java strings. Okay, welcome to Durga Soft online training, and welcome to free workshop on Java strings. Okay, sir, hope everyone knows about the strings, but there are some hidden secrets are there and the things which you don't know. Okay, so that part we are going to discuss in these strings. So after completion of this particular workshop, happily you can able to write any kind of string coding question. Okay, how you can able to analyze the problem statement, how you can prepare coding for that, implementation for that part we are going to discuss in this workshop. Sir, tentatively the workshop is scheduled for 3 Sundays. Okay, maximum 3 Sundays. If time not permitted, then I will extend it to 4 Sundays completely every Sunday. Sir, 4:30 to 5:30 workshop will be there. Okay, the link may change, that thing we are going to inform to you in advance. Okay, then, sir, coming to what are topics you are going to discuss in this workshop. Okay, workshop on Java strings. Sir, what concepts you are going to cover? Sir, this particular workshop contains these things, sir. So first topic we are going to discuss in this introduction to string. Yeah, introduction to strings. Sir, what is mean by string? When we have to go for the concept of string. Okay, so from that, what we are going to get, how Java strings are different when compared with other languages strings. Okay, we know of course everything is a ready-made method, but how we are going to implement that in the programmatic manner, that is our main concept. Okay, then next and after that, we are going to see the different types of strings supported by Python, sorry, supported by Java. Sir, in Java almost different types of strings are there, like modifiable strings, non-modifiable strings. That means, sir, some strings you can able to perform modification, which are called as mutable strings, and for some strings we can't do modification, that is called as immutable strings. Okay, that part we are going to discuss now. Okay, then after completion of these, so we are going to see java dot lang dot strings concept is there. So in that string, what are all the different types of constructors are there? Okay, so because if you are from Java background, every class contains some constructors. In the same way, in string class, what type of constructors are there? With examples I am going to cover each and everything. And similarly, in java.lang.string, sir, what methods are there? That we are going to discuss in two parts. One is nothing but the methods, normal methods, and the second methods are nothing but in the second part we are going to discuss the methods which are dealing with the regular expression, and the method which is nothing but a format method is there. Like, I hope in the C language, we are going to use a percentage D, percentage F, percentage S, percentage C. Such type of terminology we are going to discuss. That is nothing but we are going to discuss in the second part of our methods, string methods. Then next and after that, there is one concept is there. I hope you people may know about this. A special storage mechanism is provided for the Java, which is called as a string constant pool. Some people may use the word called SCP area. Okay, it is a memory area specially, yeah, specially designed for these particular strings. Yeah, literals, correct, Pramod. So what is that use of that particular memory area? When we have to go for that memory area, all these things we are going to discuss. Okay, sir, next and after that, SCP versus heap memory. So what is the meaning of SCP memory when we have to go for SCP, and what is the meaning of heap area, that part. Sir, both are related to the memory areas only. What is the difference between these two? We are going to discuss. And the next and after that, java.lang dot string buffer concept is there. In that, what are the various constructors are there? Okay, next and after that, java.lang dot string buffer is there. In that, what are the methods that we have? Next and after that, we are going to see the difference between string buffer versus string builder. There is one more concept is there with the name string builder, where synchronization will come into the picture, but that part I am going to explain, don't worry at all. Next and after that, we are going to see java dot, there is one special functionality is there with the name string tokenizer, where you can divide your entire string into tokens. Okay, then next and after that, we are going to see some example programs. I may not sure the number, but definitely as possible, I'm going to cover almost all the programmings which are related to the strings. Okay, this is nothing but our workshop content, and these are the things which we are going to discuss for the next couple of weeks. Okay, sir, is it clear? Yeah, someone asked agenda, is it clear? Yes, please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine, very good. So in that, let me start our first topic, which is nothing but introduction to the strings. Sir, can anyone tell what is the definition of strings? Let me see how many definitions we are going to get. Yes, anyone? What is the definition of string? Yes, even if it is wrong, don't worry. Yes, please. Collection of characters, very good. Set of characters, excellent. Group of characters, excellent. Collection of characters from a word or sequence. Group of character array. Group of words. Oh, excellent. Sir, string is a combination of characters and a sequence. In a sequence, character array, sequence of characters. Very good, very good. Super. Okay, sir, I can use the word collection of, okay, or collection or sequence of characters. Collection or sequence of characters is called as string. Yes, of course, collection of or sequence of characters is called as a string. And one more point that you need to observe is, sir, string is an object in java, an object in java. Sir, until in the old programming languages, this string is treated as an array, but here it is not an array. Sir, make sure that a string is nothing but an object in java. Some people are going to tell it is a character array. Make sure that the character array, from character array you can frame a string, but make sure that string is a separate entity. There is no relation between character array and string, but a collection of characters you can frame it as a string. Some people may feel like this. Okay, character, if I'm taking character s of sir, like this, some character s is equal to, sir, a e I o u, like this I'm taking. Sir, can you please confirm, is this s is a string? Means no, s is not a string, it is nothing but a character. Okay, so character array, from this character array you can create a string. Okay, so of course character array is also an object, but make sure that a separate independency is there. Okay, that part you need to observe. Okay, fine. Then, sir, what is the next point here is, sir, there is no null character concept. There is no null character concept in java, like C language. So I hope you know, in the C language we have null character concept is there, right? Such type of terminology is not there here. Okay, sir, we can convert character array to string, and sir, string to character array. such a type of facility is there. Okay, indirectly some people are going to feel array character array is also called as a string. Yes, of course, but internally these conversions are there, but as a programmer we have to treat these two as a different concept. Okay, so this is nothing but what is mean by string and how the strings behavior in Java. Okay, sir, next. So what is the next concept that I'm going to explain for you people here is, sir, the strings are available in different forms, sir. Okay, here the strings are available in different forms. Sir, the following are the different formats, okay, different forms of strings. The following are the different forms of strings which we have. Sir, anyway, just as a part of second topic, I am going to explain for you people. So what are those types? What are those formats? Very simple. The first one is nothing but a string. The second one is nothing but a string buffer. Third one is nothing but a string builder. So fourth one is nothing but a string tokenizer. So these are nothing but four forms of strings which are available in Java. Sir, what is the first one? So what is the first one? When we have to go for string, when we have to go for string buffer, when we have to go for string tokenizer, and when we have to choose all these things. Sir, very simple. In the case of a string, sir, it is a fixed length string, sir. It is a fixed length string. That means once if you are creating a string object, at any point of time modifications are not allowed on these string objects. Okay, sir, if you are creating a string, if you are trying to perform any modifications, those modifications won't be reflected on the string object. Sir, such type of objects are called as string objects where modifications, okay, are not allowed, where modifications are not allowed. There is one technical name is there for this. What is that name? Is nothing but immutable. Okay, sir, what about the string? Sir, it is variable length, variable length string. So variable length means what? So based on your requirement you can keep on modify the content, no issues at all. So variable length means you can modify the content based on your requirement. That means what? Modifications are allowed. And so hence it is called as a mutable. Sir, how many members can do modifications? That is also a very very important point related to the threads. It is okay, related to the threads. Sir, how many persons can do modifications on this? Sir, only one thread is allowed to perform modifications. If you want, I will show you. Have a look once. So Java P, Java dot lang dot, you can able to see string buffer. So it is going to display the complete profile of this string buffer. Have you observed maximum methods are nothing but synchronized? Maximum methods are nothing but synchronized. Synchronized method means what? At a time, only one thread is allowed to perform modifications. Okay, only one thread. Sir, what about string buffer? I hope I will write the information. Based on that, you can able to analyze what is the meaning of a string builder. Sir, it is the same as a string buffer. Whatever content is there in the string buffer, same information is there. But, sir, multiple threads are allowed. Multiple threads are allowed. Something like multi-threading. Something like multi-threading. Okay. Sir, what about string tokenizer? Sir, it is used to divide. It is used to divide the string into tokens. It is used to divide the strings into tokens. Sir, just like it is a utility. It is a utility functions. It is a utility function. Okay, it is a utility function which is going to divide your entire strings into tokens. For example, consider if I am taking this as a string. Consider this is my string. Sir, based on space I want to divide the string. Then it will become first token, it will become second token, sir, third token, fourth token, fifth token, sixth token, seventh token, okay, eighth token, so ninth token, 10th token, 11th token, like this we are going to get. Sir, based on comma I want to separate, then this entire thing will become first token up to this, and this entire thing will become second token. So like this we can divide the string into tokens based on your requirement. So that concept will comes under string tokenizer. Okay, sir, some people are asking so many queries. Okay, what is the query is nothing but why string objects are immutable in Java, what is the reason? Sir, that part we are going to discuss in SCP and heap area with example, don't worry at all. Okay, then because when we do modification in string, a new object is created. Yeah, you are giving answer, non-synchronized, yes. Okay, sir, these are nothing but different types of strings supported by Java. Okay, sir, hope the introduction to the strings are very clear for you people, right? Sir, do you have any doubts up to this? Please confirm. Yeah, do you have any doubts up to this? Please confirm. Clear, right? Fine. Next, sir, next and after that, directly string builder is thread safe. No, multiple threads can access the data. Pramod, multiple threads can access the data. Okay, yeah, thread safe. But in the case of a string buffer, sir, only one thread is allowed to access. Clear? And one more question. String is not a class in Java. Who told that? String is a class. You can able to see. This is nothing but the Java. Yeah. You can able to see this is nothing but a complete string buffer. Okay, I mean string class. Sir, you can able to see the complete coding is there. Public final class string. Yes, it is nothing but a class. Okay, Ahmad, is it clear now? It is a class. Okay, fine. Sir, now I want to see the constructors which are there on the string. Okay, sir, the constructors which are there on the string. Sir, but before that, yeah, sir, but before moving to this, I want to go with some examples, like one or two examples I want to cover related to the strings, then I will go in detail. Sir, first I want to create a Java program. Okay, I want to create a new Java program. Let us save the file name as a test.java. Next, sir, here you need to tell answers for these queries, sir. Sir, string s1 is equal to, okay, string s1 is equal to new string of, sir, I am taking the first string as, sir, like welcome. Sir, string s2 is equal to new string of, sir, I am taking welcome. Now my requirement is system.out.println s1 double equal to s2. Okay, s1 double equal to s2, and s1 dot equals with s2. Okay, sir, hope the people who are coming from Java, they know very well about these terminologies. Okay, so could you please confirm, is it what answer you are going to get? First one, yes, first one is false. So second one is nothing but true. The reason for that, yeah, the reason for that is nothing but in the first case, a new string object got created. What is the name of the object? S1 pointing to this particular memory location. And what is the content? Boss, it is welcome. Okay. So the content is nothing but, so something like it is having welcome. Sir, what about the second one? Yes, one more object got created with S2. Sir, the content is nothing but welcome. Now I am asking, array, is these two objects are pointing to the same reference or not? So in Java, double equal to operator is meant for Okay, address whether two objects are contains the same address or not. For that we are using double equal to. Sir, when if you are applying on objects, suppose consider if you are applying on primitives. So primitives means, for example, if you are taking 10 double equal to 20 or 10 double equal to 10, in such cases double equal to is going to work for content comparison, what is a value in that variable. But when situation comes to object, it always identifies the address, is the address is the same or different address we have. Of course, s1 is a separate, s2 is a separate, that's why we are going to get false. Excellent. Sir, what about the next method? S1 dot equals of S2. Boss, what is the content which is there in S1 and what is the content which is there in S2? Could you please compare these two contents? If both the content are same, then return true. Otherwise, return false. This is nothing but my requirement. Okay. Sir, is the content is the same or different? Same, sir. That's why we are going to get a true as your answer. Now, let us compile this program and we will verify really is it happening or not. Sir, Java C test.java. I'm compiling the program. Yeah, the program compiled fine. Now Java space test I am taking. Yes, false and then true. Of course, our expected answer we got. Sir, well and good. Excellent. Now, second example. Sir, please make a concentration here. I don't want a string. I want to go with a string buffer. Sir, here also I don't want a string. I want to go with a string buffer. Okay. Okay. Now, sir, here I am moving for string buffer. Yes, sir. Sir, now could you please tell me what answers we are going to get? Yes. Is it the same false and true or is there any change? Very good. Excellent. So the first one is a true. Second one is a true, right? Yes. Very good. Yeah. So first one is a true. Second one is a true. Sir, maybe I hope your explanation is like this. I think so. Let me cross check. Sir, first we are going to get one object. So S1 we are going to get. Sir, S1 is nothing but something like it is going to create a string called welcome. Then, sir, one more object is there, right? S2. Sir, S2 is also pointing to the same object. That's why, sir, in this case it is true. In this case it is true. This is your expected answer, right? Could you please confirm? Very good, very good. Okay, excellent, excellent. But make sure, sir, this is not the correct answer. So the first one answer is a false. Second one answer is also false. Sir, first I will show you the practical proof. Then I will explain theoretical concept in that. Now you can able to see false and false. Sir, what is the meaning of that information? Very simple. Sir, whenever you are using new keyword, whenever you are using new keyword, sir, a separate memory location will be created for the object. Existing memory location won't be used. Sir, hope the people who are coming from Python background, they are thinking like both the objects will be created and a reference, both references are pointing to the same object. Now in Java, whenever you are creating an object with a new keyword, a separate objects will be created. So now welcome S1 is pointing to this one and one more object is created with the same content welcome. S2 is pointing to this particular method. Sir, fine. S1 is equal to S2. Of course, we know both are not pointing to the same objects. False is the correct answer. Sir, what about S1 dot equals? Why we are getting false? Because in the string class, because the majority of the data type which we are going to use, the maximum object which we are going to use is nothing but a string. Sir, that's why, sir, for string, so many utility methods are available. But string buffer for modifications, right? That's why, sir, utility methods are not available. So that's why it is not going to implement equals method overriding. So the method which is there in object class, same method we are going to use here. So our string buffer class is not performed any overriding operation on this equals method. That's why, sir, it is going to perform normal activity. So, but in the string class, dot equals method is overridden for content comparison. So, but in the object class, it is implemented for reference comparison. But my string class is overriding that concept, but string buffer is not overriding. Okay, sir, because of that concept, sir, false we are going to get. Sir, could you please show me dot equals method? Could you please show me dot equals method in the string class? Really, is it overridden or not? I want to check. Sir, have a look once. I have string.java class is there. Sir, in this you can able to search. Is the equal to method is there or not? Sir, you can able to see. Sir, of course, some implementation which is provided by Java people. Sir, this is equal to an object, then return true. An object is an instance of string. Sir, we are converting that and we are going to perform the comparison. If the comparison is equal, then it is going to return true, otherwise false. Clear? So already equals method is there in the object class. So my string class is performing overriding operation on this, but in the string buffer such type of terminology is not there. Okay, this is nothing but my explanation. Sir, fine, well and good. Now I have one small query is there for you people. Sir, what is that query is? Have a look once. Sir, I have a string is there and I have a string buffer is there. Is it possible to compare? Okay, is it possible to compare the content of a string and a string buffer? Okay, so in one hand string is there, okay, in other hand string buffer is there. Sir, is it possible to compare the content of a string and string buffer? Because you need to observe both are two different objects, are not same objects. Okay, yes, we have a method is there. Okay, we have a special method is there. Okay, what is that method? That part I am going to explain here. Have a look once. Sir, assume string s1 is equal to new string of welcome is there. String buffer s2 is equal to new string. If I am calling s1 dot equals of s2, okay, of course the content is the same. Okay, the answer is nothing but false. Because what is the reason? Sir, we are calling equals method on which object? String object. In the string object, if other argument is a string, then only it is going to perform content comparison. But what is a object? It is not a string object, it is a string buffer object. Okay, if it is the case, immediately it is going to return false. I hope the people who are coming from Java background, sir, they can able to see what is the thing happening here. Have you observed? Sir, if an object is instance of a string, then only some comparison is going to be performed. If it is not a string object, sir, please return false. Like this, the format is defined. Sir, to overcome this problem, sir, they have introduced one more method. What is that method? Is nothing but, sir, content equals. Sir, it is going to return true, because so we are going to take the content and then we are going to implement. Okay, we are going to take the content and we are going to implement this. Content equals method is there in Java string class. And how it is implemented, let me see. Sir, have you observed here? So public boolean content equal, it is taking string buffer and sir, it is converting that string buffer into character sequence. Sir, something like a string, then it is going to compare as usual. Okay, so like this it is implemented. Okay, sir, hope it is very clear for you people about how you can compare two string objects. Sir, with one more thing, one more test case, I want to close these definition related activities. Sir, what is that is, I have a string s is equal to, okay, new string of, string s is equal to new string of welcome to, like this I have. Sir, if I am printing the system dot out dot println of yes, what answer we are going to get? Welcome to is the answer. Now my requirement is s dot concat. Boss, could you please perform concatenation operation on this string? So I want to add Java. So my expected answer is welcome to Java. Could you please confirm, is it a welcome to or welcome to Java? Which answer we are going to get? Yes, please confirm. Is it welcome or welcome to Java? Which answer we are going to get? Very good, excellent. So majority of the people are feeling welcome to. Okay, yeah, some people are feeling welcome to Java. Very good. Yeah, make sure that we are going to get only welcome to. Okay, because just now I told, right, on the string object, if you are trying to perform any modifications, those modifications won't be reflected. Sir, see here how it is going to. Sir, first yes is there. Okay, some people asked in the beginning, sir, why this special concept is there in Java? Why these many types of strings are there in Java? Someone asked, right? Sir, for them, just I'm giving a hint. Have a look once. Sir, here the string is nothing but welcome. Welcome to is there. Sir, if you are trying to perform any modification on this string, sir, it won't reflect. But with those modifications, a new object you are going to get with the content. Sir, welcome to Java. With this content you are going to get a new object. Sir, make sure that it is a nameless object. There is no name for this. Okay, sir, in the strings, keep on object creations are there. That's why they implemented a separate memory allocation for that, where automatically garbage collector is going to destroy these objects simultaneously. Okay, so that part in the SCP area clearly I will explain. Okay, sir, this is nothing but what is the meaning of concat method? Sir, can you capture this object? Yes, why can't? Because it is going to return some object. You can use another string variable to store and you can print. But anyway, sir, some people, they are going to reassign the value of yes to this one. So previous link will be erased. Now new link is going to be copied. Okay, so such type of technique also we can do. Okay, sir, you can able to see I will solve that problem also. Have a look once. Yeah, correct, Pramod. So I'm going to take s is equal to s dot concat of Java. Now previous object gone, a new object came into the picture. Okay, a new object came into the picture. Okay, this is nothing but what we can do. Okay, sir, assignment operation is a very costly operation. That's why when you are dealing with objects, sir, better to go for, okay, which one? Methods support or string buffer support. Sir, do you know, instead of writing I is equal to I plus 1, or if you are writing I is equal to, sir, I plus is equal to 1, or I plus plus, which is more efficient means, sir, first I plus plus is more efficient, and then I plus is equal to 1 is the next level. Sir, I is equal to I plus 1 is nothing but the least priority. Okay, so there is a big story is there for that. When time permits, we will discuss. Okay, this is nothing but what we have. Sir, what about why mutable and immutable type come in idea? I will explain. Ahmad, please wait. In the SCP and heap area, you will get much clarity on that. So why we need to go for these concepts? Okay, yeah, definitely I will cover. Okay, yeah, sir, the next sir, I want to keep on doing modification every time assignment is not possible from my side. Is there any option for that? Yes, I told, right? String buffer. String buffer. So welcome to. So but yes dot, we don't have a concatenate method. Sir, we have one special method is there with the name append. Sir, we have to use this append method so that the modification will be reflected on the same object. Let me take Java 123. Okay, or Java and Python. Now what answer we are going to get? Welcome to Java and Python. Yes, welcome to Java and Python. So this is nothing but what we have. Okay, sir, hope the concept is very clear for you people. Sir, with this just introduction to the string concept and why we need to go for string concept, so all these things are very clear for you people. Sir, do you have any doubts up to this? Please confirm, friends. Do you have any doubts up to this? Please confirm. Is everything is clear? Excellent. Sir, fine. The next thing what we have is, sir, I want to start a new topic, which is nothing but, sir, constructors in the string class. Pramod, when we have to go for string buffer and string builder. Yeah. Difference I already told, right? Yeah, you can able to see from here. Okay. So, 1 minute. Yeah, you can able to see here. Sir, if you want to do any modifications, then you have two concepts are there. One is a string buffer, second one is a string builder. Okay. If you don't have any modifications, then you need to go for strings concept. Sir, I want to fetch one by one. Okay, substrings are based on delimiter. I want to extract the strings and I want to perform some modification. In such cases, better to go for string tokenizer. And what is the difference between string buffer and string builder? In the case of string buffer, at a time, how many threads can operate? Only one thread. In string builder, how many threads can operate? Multiple threads. That part with live example I will explain. Please wait till that. Okay. Definitely concept is there, right? You can able to see in our agenda, string buffer versus string builder is there. Definitely I will explain. Please wait till that. Deepthi. Okay. Yeah, that part we will see. Pramod, don't get tensed. Every method I am going to cover. Sir, fine. Next, let us see what are all the constructors. Yeah, I am going to cover all these things according to some flow. Okay. Please, you need to wait. Okay. Yeah. So next, what are all the different types of constructors that we have? So if you want to create any string object, definitely constructors are going to play an important role. So based on different types of constructors are available in the string, so based on the creation of object is completely in your hand. So the data raw material what you have, sir, based on that you can create the strings. The first constructor which we have is, sir, string s is equal to, okay, sir, string s is equal to new string of, I don't have any string, empty string. Sir, what is the purpose of this one? It creates, okay, an empty string object. It is going to create an empty string object. That's all. Without any content, it is going to create an empty string object. Let me show that particular class for you people. Sir, string s is equal to, you can able to see, is there any content or not? Of course, we don't have any content. It is going to return empty values. Yes, empty content is there. Okay. This is nothing but what we have. Sir, if you want, you can check by applying which method? Length method. Okay. Have you observed how many characters are there? Because we didn't perform any initialization, zero characters are available. Constructor is used to initialize state of an object. Yes. Okay. This is nothing but what we have. Sir, excellent. The second way of creating string object is nothing but string s is equal to a new string of, if you have any string literal. Okay, if you have any string literal, that means if you have any string constant, sir, you can able to create a string with that constant also, no problem at all. Okay, sir, it creates, okay, a string object. It creates a string object with the given, okay, with the given content. With the given content, it will create a string object, sir. Now have a look once how it will be. Sir, string s is equal to, sir, I want to take the string as India. Sir, now if you print, we are going to get India. So with the given literal means you can able to see always the string literals are enclosed within double quotations. With this literal, it is going to create a new string object, sir. Okay, sir, on this you can apply various methods. That part we will discuss later, but as of now, remember, let us print really whether we are getting. 1 minute, this thing is not there. Sir, let me check really whether we are getting answer for this or not. Yes, India we are getting. This is nothing but how you can create, okay, sir, string object with the help of these string literals. Okay, then, sir, what is the next constructor that we have? Sir, we can create a string object with the help of character arrays also. Sir, I am taking new string where you have to take a character array. Okay, sir, it will create a string object with the given character arrays. Okay, it creates a string object with the given character array. Whatever character array you are giving, sir, with that character array, it will create a string object. Let me have an example. Sir, I have a character array is there. So directly I'm not creating any memory. Directly I'm going to initialize the character arrays. Sir, you know very well, every character is enclosed within single quotation. Let me take the characters as welcome. Okay, these are nothing but the characters which I have. WELCOME. Sir, with this I want to create a string object. Sir, slowly I am converting some new techniques for you people. Just have a look once. Sir, directly, do you know, some class objects are there. Suppose if you are creating object for any class and if you are printing that object, okay, what will happen? Generally it is going to print that class information, like t is equal to new test. I'm creating test class object. If you print t, what will happen? It is going to print address, all this information it is going to provide. Okay, 1 minute. So I didn't provide any name here. That is the problem. Sir, character ch is equal to. Now see what will happen. Sir, test at the rate, sir, some hexadecimal number we are going to get, like a hash code, all these things it is going to print. Sir, forget about that. But when you are creating string object, if you print, okay, if you are creating string object, okay, consider I want to create a new string object. Sir, if you print t, it is not printing such a type of information. It is printing the content. So I hope you know this concept is nothing but a toString method. So there is one special concept is there called toString. What is the purpose of toString method? So whenever you are providing implementation for toString, when you are using the object, automatically it is going to return the content of that object. Like this you can override your toString method. Okay, in the same way, in string class, toString method is overridden to return its content. Remember the point very well. So in string class, toString method is overridden to return its content. Now I explained two overridden methods. One is nothing but dot equals method, which is meant for content comparison. Previously it is meant for reference comparison. Now string class overridden that concept. Similarly, string class has overridden toString method to return its content directly. Remember this point. That's why, sir, you can create objects directly and you can print that object. Yes, like this we can do. New string, a nameless object, it created that object directly I am printing. Sir, please pass a ch as an argument. So my Java is going to create a new string object with the character array what you have given. Now what is the expected answer for this? You are going to get welcome like this. Excellent. This is nothing but what we have, how you can create constructors. Sir, fine. Is there any other method? Yes, we have. Suppose if you are taking string s is equal to, sir, new string of, you can take a character array. Okay, you can take a character array. In addition to that, you can take two more attributes. One is nothing but offset. Next one is nothing but count. So what it is going to do, it creates, okay, it creates a string object with the given character array, with the given character array, sir, from, okay, offset, from offset value to number of characters. Sir, once if you go with examples, then you people are going to get clarity. Have a look once. Sir, I don't want welcome. I want to only come. Sir, I don't want to come. I want to only WE. Sir, I want to only CO. Sir, I want to only, sir, OME. Okay, I want to only ME. Like this, my requirement. How you can construct? Yes, sir. Let me give offset values. Offset are nothing but something like index. 0th index, first index, second index, third index, fourth index, fifth index, sixth index. Sir, in this case, from where we have to start, I hope you know, where C is starting, 3. You have to give the offset value as a 3. From 3, how many characters we required? 4 characters. Sir, we have to take 3 comma 4. Okay. Sir, make sure that second argument is not an index value, it is a number of arguments. Okay, next, sir, I want WE, where W is going to start 0. How many characters we required? 2. Sir, could you please confirm what values I have to replace in the place of X and Y so that I am going to get a CO? Please confirm. Yes. Yeah. So we have to start from third location. Sir, we have to take 2 characters. Excellent. Now I want to get OME. Could you please tell me what values we have to replace in the place of X and Y? Yes, 4 comma 3. Sir, 4 is nothing but the starting location. Sir, 2 is nothing but the number of characters. Sir, can you please tell me what about for ME? Very good. So 5 comma 2, not 5 comma 1. Okay, 5. So, comma, how many characters? 2 characters. So, let us check whether our required results we got or not. Yes, WE, CO, sir, OME is not coming. Here we need to give how many values? 3 values. I have given only 2. Sir, OME, ME. Like this, we are going to get. Okay, this is nothing but what we have, how you can create. Okay, how you can create this string class. Please concentrate on the content. Sai Sri. All these things we will discuss. Please concentrate. Okay, yeah, fine. Now, sir, what is the next constructor that we have? Okay, will negative character rise an error or in reverse order? No, in always we are going to get a index out of bound exception, Rakesh. So in such cases we are going to get index out of bound exception. Okay, yeah. So in Java, I hope you know. So in the stringer concept, when you are not in the range of values, then immediately index error we are going to get, index out of bounds exception. Okay. But in this case, it is a string concept, right? That's why string index out of bounds exception. New string W is a calling to string to print the content. Yes, Pramod. It will print directly WE on the screen. Okay. It is a nameless object, anonymous object. Okay. Yeah, fine. So let me go with the next constructor. What is the next constructor that we have is, sir, I hope you people may know Unicode concept. Okay. Unicode concept. Sir, from that Unicode also, you can able to create an array. Okay. From that Unicode also, you can able to create strings. Okay. So that thing is possible by using this constructor. What is this constructor? Sir, string S is equal to new string of, like this we have. Yeah, please go into mute. I request everyone. Sai Sri. Yeah. Now, sir, have a look once. I hope if you are not having a clear clarity on Unicode, sir, I will explain how that Unicode is going to work. Just have a look once. Unicode character means universal coding character. Okay, sir, Unicode table. Yes, so this is nothing but Unicode characters what we have. Okay, sir, every character is identified by using some numbers. Yeah, these are nothing but numbers you can able to see. Sir, what is a Unicode for capital A? Sir, 0041. Okay, like this we have. Sir, in this you can able to expect even other worldwide characters will be available here. Worldwide characters will be available. Sir, if you want you can able to see here. Okay, sir, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, Urdu, Malayalam, every character will be there. Okay, yeah, it is a Hindi, Bengali, okay, Sanskrit. Yeah, have you observed some Telugu alphabets, Tamil alphabets? Everything is available here. Okay, so this is called as Unicode character constants. Okay, like this we have some Unicode characters are there. So using that Unicode characters also you can able to frame a string. Okay, sir, it create a string. Sir, create a string object with the given Unicode values. With the given Unicode values, it is going to create a string object. Sir, could you please explain me with an example? Yes, let me create one Unicode character array. Sir, it is an integer only. Okay, sir, I'm taking Unicode. Sir, here, so do you know how to represent Unicode is nothing but you must starts with the slash u, and you have to take four digits which should be in the range of hexadecimal values. But already we have seen, sir, 0041 will return a value. Okay, sir, slash u I am taking 0042, definitely it is going to return b value. Sir, 0043. Okay, sir, slash u 0044. Okay, sir, slash u 0045. Assume like this I have. Sir, what about its locations? This is nothing but 0th location. This is nothing but first location. This is nothing but second location. This is nothing but third location. And it is a fourth location and rest of the two locations. Okay, sir, next I want to create these Unicode characters and how you can work with that. Sir, you may have a doubt. Sir, I know ASCII values but I don't know Unicode. Sir, nothing, both are same. ASCII code and Unicode both are same. If you want I will explain very clearly, just have a look once. Okay, sir, I am taking decimal to uh, integer. Okay, decimal to hexadecimal. Okay, conversion table. Okay, yeah, sir, have a look once. I am taking, sir, 97 convert. Sir, we are going to get 61. Okay, sir, I am taking 65 convert. Sir, have you observed 41? So hexadecimal 0041, I think that is the value which we have given here. Sir, I want 0045. Okay, which I have hexadecimal value. Okay, sir, I want respective decimal value. Sir, could you please convert? Have a look once. Is it a 69 or not? Okay, is it a 69 or not? Yes, sir, like this we can able to do magics. Okay, so internally Unicode and ASCII code both are same up to certain limit. Okay, for English alphabets, for digits it is the same, but from that it is going to change. Okay, then, sir, I want to create a string object with the help of this one. I am taking uni. Okay, sir, where is the starting location? Sir, starting I want to take from 0. Sir, up to how many characters I want? Sir, I want 5 characters. Okay, I want 5 characters. Okay, sir, then what answer we are going to get? Let us see here. Sir, A, B, C, D, E. Sir, next I want the same thing, but I don't want 4 characters. I want only 4 characters. Then E won't be there. Next, I am taking only 3. Next, I am taking only 2. Sir, next I am taking only 1. If you want, you can take 0 number of characters also. Sir, in such a case, we are not going to get any string, sir. This is the way how you can create your own strings. Okay, how you can create your own strings by using Unicode characters. Okay, sir, hope it is very clear for you people. Up to this, do you have any doubts, friends? /u represent Unicode, Rakesh. Can we prepare uni not a serial wise? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, Ganesh, it is related to the internally how the format is specified. Okay, no need to concentrate on that. Please ignore. Clear, right? No, nothing, Pramod. Yeah, count 6 will raise an error saying index out of bounds exception. What represent you? You represent Unicode. Okay, fine. Yeah. Sir, next. What is the next constructor? That is a sixth constructor what we have. Sir, the next constructor what I have is, sir, is it possible to create a string by using, okay, bytes? Yes, a string yes is equal to new string of, sir, I want to create a string with the help of bytes. Okay, sir, string bytes I am taking. Yes, byte array we can take. So for the given byte values, it is going to create a string object. Okay, so it creates a string for the given byte array. For the given byte array, of course, you know byte means indirectly it is nothing but ASCII values. Okay, so you can take a byte array and you can create. Assume I am taking, sir, byte. Okay, byte array b is equal to, sir, something like numbers 97, 98, 99. Okay, 100, 101, like this I am taking. 5 values are there. Sir, in the place of Unicode, I am taking B. In the place of Unicode, just I am changing B. Sir, but the constructor is the same, right? The constructor is the same. Better I will go with the first one. Only B I am taking. So what answer we are going to get? Sir, A, B, C, D, E, right? Let me cross check. Yeah. So this is nothing but what we have. Sir, next constructor, I want to create with offset value. Is it possible or not possible? Yes, sir. Sir, new string. Yeah. Beyond that, if you are moving, then we will get error. Okay. So new string of, sir, byte array we are taking. Signed and unsigned are there, right? So that we can adjust up to 0 to 255, 256 we can adjust. Sir, byte I am taking. So integer offset I am taking, integer count I am taking. So what will happen? It creates a string with the help of these offset values. Okay, it creates a string for the given byte array with offset value. Okay, let us construct an example for this. Sir, same thing I am taking 0 comma 5. Sir, starting from 0th location, total 5 characters we have to take. Next, starting from 0th location, 4 characters. Sir, 3 characters. Sir, 2 characters. Sir, 1 character, 0th characters, 0 comma 0. Sir, 0 comma 1, 0 comma 2. Sir, 0 comma 3. Like this we can create. If you want, you can able to see just like Unicode characters. Okay, then, sir, what is the next way of creating string objects? Sir, do you know, suppose assume my requirement is I have a string is there. Okay, sir, but in my program I'm using string buffer. In my program I'm using string buffer. Sir, I want to convert from string buffer to string. Is it possible? Yes. For the given string buffer object, you can able to create a string object. So I told conversions are there. Sir, it converts the given string buffer object into string object. For that purpose we can go with this constructor. Let us see how it is going to work. Sir, I have string buffer sb is equal to new string buffer of sir, I have java is there. I want to convert this into string. Yes, happily you can do new string of sb. Now if you print sb, what answer we are going to get? Boss, we will get java. Sir, if I am printing yes also, I will get java only. Okay, I'm going to get java only. Sir, what is the difference between these two? This java is nothing but, sir, it is a string buffer object. It is a string buffer object. What about this one? It is nothing but a string object. Beyond that nothing is there, sir. Okay, this is nothing but what we have. Sir, fine. What about next one? Sir, I have string s is equal to last constructor. I have a string, but I have string builder object is there. Sir, is it possible to convert from string builder to string? Yes, sir. So it converts the given string builder object into, okay, sir, string object. It is going to convert string builder object into string object. So of course in detail about these things we will discuss in further sessions. Just as of now, remember string buffer and string builder both are same. So I am taking, let us change the string as a python. Now what answer we are going to get? We will get python, which is nothing but a string builder, sir. So here we are going to get python, which is nothing but a string. Okay, this is nothing but what we have. Sir, these are the, of course we have still 2 to 3 constructors are there. Those are not required in our agenda. Okay, so this is nothing but what are all the different types of constructors supported by string class while creating string objects. Okay, yeah, thank you, Thiru. Yeah, mutability, immutability. See, suppose assume they are asking a program to add some content on the string, but they are expecting the string as a return type. Then what we have to do? First, you need to convert the string into string buffer, do all the modification, again reconstruct the string buffer to string. So we know, I already explained in today's session. So how to convert string buffer to string, string to string buffer, both things I covered. Okay. Yeah, string buffer to string is also possible. Just a dot to string we have to use. See, dot to string method is applicable for anything. You can convert any type of object into string. Yeah. Sir, hope you have enjoyed my session. I think you don't have any doubts. I think so, right? Yeah, please provide your valuable feedback. So majority of my students are there, right? Logic based students. I think it will be very helpful for you people. Yeah, maybe not today, but once if you are going to methods in the string, then definitely you are going to get, okay, much clarity on this. Okay. Yeah. Tabsum. Very good. Yeah, sir, actually three sessions we planned, but probably 3 or 4, that's all these 3 or 4 sessions are free workshops only strings concept. Okay. Yeah, these things will be in the YouTube. I think so. They will provide you. Okay. Yeah, I will share the running notes. Don't worry. No, no, no. Certificates won't be provided for this class. Java people think Python is easy and vice versa. Next session will be on next Sunday, sir. Same. Yeah, next session next week. Yeah, thank you, Prakash. Yeah, definitely they are going to upload. Rakesh, for that different output you are going to get. That part only we are going to discuss in our SCP and heap area. Okay, Rakesh. Ganesh, this will be there in our LBP batch, logic based programming batch. In that, definitely this video will be there. Please upload video in YouTube. Mohan Gandhi. Logic based programming videos we can't upload in YouTube because it is the paid session, right? That's why. Yeah. Just I am sharing the running notes in our chat window. Sir, please copy paste into your clipboard and you can use this. Okay. Running notes up to date. Whatever I typed, sir, complete information is there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Java course. Yeah, you can able to see on my screen. Just we started a new Java batch. So today itself, we are going to. Yeah, yeah. Mohan Gandhi. Definitely this video I will upload in both the LBP batches. Batch number one, batch number two. Definitely I will upload. Don't worry, but it will take some time, 2 or 3 days. Definitely it will upload. Okay. It will be uploaded. Don't worry. On Monday or Tuesday, you can expect this first session. Okay. Yeah. Sir, I'm going to start a new weekend batch. Okay. So today demo is there. Already yesterday we started. So 8 weekends batch. Core Java, 8 weekends. Sir, every Saturday and Sunday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. the session will be there. So interested candidates can register for that. Okay. The links are there in our durgasoft.com. Okay. 1 minute. If possible, I will share. And even you can able to see this is nothing but the content what I'm going to explain. Okay. I mean syllabus. If anyone interested, yes. Fee 7,000. Graphical user interface. No, no, no. All those things want to be covered. See, GUI is almost outdated. Okay, we are concentrating on uh, advanced Java concepts. Okay, yeah. That registration link also I shared in our chat window. Please copy that to clipboard and register. And if you want, you can attend demo session today. Okay. Yeah, Java features also we are going to cover, but not all the features. Around some 10 features we are going to discuss. Yeah, Java 8 definitely we are going to cover, but it is a completely core Java, right? We are concentrating on fundamentals. Okay, slowly we can cover whatever topic you required. Clear? Yeah. Yeah, content is there, right? Mm. Thank you, Ganesh. Yeah, sir, fine. Thank you so much for your time. Okay. Advanced Java batch is going on. Morning 8:30 a.m., evening 8:30 p.m. Already the batches are going on. Almost 5 to 6 classes has been completed. Yeah, and I request every student, please make this opportunity, please attend further Sundays also. Okay, so that you are going to get clarity on the subject. Okay, I mean, you need to get the complete information on the strings, and especially for my logic based programming batch, make sure that it is a mandatory. Okay, compulsory, you need to attend. Okay. Yeah, core Java batch started, Ganesh. After 5 minutes I am going to continue that batch. Yeah. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, friends. You can leave the, yeah, you can leave the session. Okay, thank you, everyone.